Hey guys, it's me, Brittany, and this is my channel, My Beauty Mark. And so this is another episode of Hairy Interesting. And the subject matter is henna. As you can see, I have some henna in my hair. Actually, a whole bunch of henna in my hair. You may be most familiar with henna for when people do it on their hands. Usually people who, it's best known for people who are Indian from India, like when they do their hands, or they'll sometimes do their face, and it's really, really, really beautiful. So that's usually what people know from henna, but you can also use it on your hair. Henna is really cool as far as how it interacts with your hair, because not only does it dye it, but it also helps to strengthen your hair. So it's very powerful, but not harsh. It doesn't require any lifting agents or anything like that. It's just strictly deposit. It's wonderful for covering up grays. I don't have any grays. Well, I have like one, like over here, but it's just yeah. So it's wonderful for covering grays. Because it's actually like absorbed into the hair. So like that's why it stains so well like on the skin and for the hair, because it actually absorbs in the hair and becomes a part of the hair, which also means it strengthens the hair. So I personally like to use it to strengthen the hair. I feel like when you put it on, it adds substance to your hair and really makes it like a lot thicker, which is really great if you have like hair like mine, like 4 AB, even C, whatever kind of hair type. It really helps to strengthen the hair and make it more durable, which is important, if you're growing your hair long. Some people like to do with like protein treatments, but I prefer henna because I don't know, I like henna. So, like I said, it delivers a red dye. And maybe not all of you want red dye, red hair, but it's cool because you can mix it with other ingredients to give you the color you want. I got most of my information. I've known about henna for a while, but I got most of my recent information from a site called mehendi.com, and I put it like down here or up here, wherever it's convenient for me at the time to put it, so you can see it there. And they have a really awesome guidebook, and the henna that they sell there is really quality. I'm not endorsing them or anything like that. But I just had a really great experience, and the fact that they have like a guidebook when there's like no other site that does, it just makes it, just worth it to go check it out. So I'll put the link there. So like I said, yes, henna can be like mixed with different things like India, like indigo and things like that to make your hair black or whatever color you like. As far as like darker colors, browns, blacks, reds, things of that nature. So yeah. So some of the downsides to henna are that it's messy, or can be messy, but there's ways to alleviate that. It also takes a little bit longer than other hair colors. Usually with henna, I think you have to sit with it in your hair for about 4 hours. In order to get the maximum result. They also, you can also do 2, I believe, if you're doing like conditioning and things like that, but anywhere from 3 to 4 if you're really trying to get a good hair color. And the cool thing about henna, well, the interesting thing about henna is that once you apply it to your hair, it takes a few days for the color that your hair is going to be to end up, because it needs time to oxidize, which is interesting. So say if you had lighter hair and you were dyeing it with the henna, at first your hair may be like a coppery orangish color, and then over the next few days it'll really settle into the deep red. So it's really cool. It's also, like I said, not harsh on your hair because you don't need any lifting agents, so it does not damage your hair in any way. I know sometimes it can get a bad rap, or they'll say bad things about henna, saying it's mixed with like different metals and things like that. But that is not true henna. Like, I wish I had the bag that I use, but henna comes in like a powdery form. It should be like a light greenish color if it's really, really good quality. It should be like a really light powdery, light greenish color. and then all you mix in is like something acidic. So you could put water with some vinegar. I happen to have some orange juice that I wasn't gonna drink, and vinegar stinks, so I personally use the orange juice. But you can use like anything acidic. A lot of people like to use like apple cider vinegar with some water, but anything acidic will bring it out, and that's really all you need for your henna. There shouldn't be any like metals or anything like that mixed in with your henna. If you do have that, then that's going to be harsher in your hair. And if you try to go back to a regular you know bleach or regular color or with lifting agent or anything like that, your hair can kind of turn a funky color. So if you're using henna, make sure that you're using top quality genuine henna. Now the henna I'm using is actually for hair. It's Jamila, I believe was the name. Anyway, it's Jamila. I normally would use this type, but I just kind of wanted to run out and get something because I don't know, I didn't want to wait for it online. So I went to this local Indian market and they had it there, and this one is okay. Uh, but the best kind of henna to use, at least for your hair, well, and your body too, is Body Art quality henna, which I guess tends to be just better, more potent, and it really delivers like a better job. So I'll probably get that. I'll probably order that soon. But if I need a quick stop, I'll just run over to the Indian market because they have henna also. So I touched on this a little before. How you prepare henna is you have your powder. Now I had like like a little package. It was about that big, maybe like 4 to 6 ounces. I'm not sure. That's all I needed for my head, really. No, sorry, I got some henna there. Yeah. So that's all I needed for my hair. I'm like, BSL, working my way to make back length. And all I needed was one packet. And so you take your packet and you mix it in with water or something acidic. Like I said, I use orange juice, but you can use like vinegar or anything else. If you read the guide that I directed to you earlier, then you'll see the instructions and the different variations of the things that you can use. And what happens, you mix it up until you get a pretty good amount. You want it to be like a paste, kind of like this. About that consistency. And you actually have to let the acid draw out the dye from the plant. So you actually have to have it sitting. Like they recommend like 12 hours, I believe. There could be some time variations in there depending on different techniques, but I think in general it's like 12 hours, or you can leave it out overnight. And I didn't notice it with this henna, but when I used a Body Art henna before, like years and years ago, I noticed like when it was ready, like I could actually kind of see the dye sitting on top of the henna. I didn't notice it with this one. It still did a great job, but with the Body Art quality, I actually saw like a little bit of the red dye coming to the surface. So after it's done, pretty much you wash your hair, slap on the henna. Now the henna, you actually have to like really slap it, like you need a lot to cover your hair, because I don't know, the more the merrier. And it looks kind of like this, like really gross swamp thing type action going on. You put it in your hair. It can be a little messy, but if you take the proper precautions, like covering things in your bathroom and just try to be use gloves. You definitely need gloves because it will dye your hands red. And just take care when you're applying it. It's not so bad. And then you take a plastic cap, which I haven't done yet, like so. Or you can use, a lot of people use saran wrap, but I just use a plastic cap and just like press it on, and that's all I use. And then you wear it for like 4 or 5 hours. Or 3 to 4 hours, excuse me. Or 2 to 3, or whatever you choose. And yeah, so when you're ready to wash it out, you just hit the shower. Now, one bad thing about henna is because it's plant-based, it has like little particles of like very small like sticks and leaves, maybe, I don't know. So it can be a pain in the butt to get out. So because of this, you know, I decided to do my own little henna research, and I scoured the hair forums, and I found a really great technique to help with that. The one, messiness process, um, two, like the little particles, and three, something I didn't mention is that henna can feel drying on the hair, probably because of the acid that you put in there to help draw out the dye. So what I'm about to tell you, what I did, helped eliminate, or at least, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Subdue or limit a lot of those three issues. And what I did, so after I mixed my henna, I actually mixed in conditioner, and I used this conditioner here. Can't see it really. This is a Nourish Spa moisture balancing conditioner by Trader Joe's, my favorite conditioner. And I actually mixed it in with the henna. Now, I don't know, I mixed in a pretty good amount, but not, you know, not enough to really change the consistency. Like, this is what I'm showing you here, has a good amount of this conditioner mixed in there, but you can't really tell. But what it does is it helps give like a creamier consistency to the henna. So it just makes it easier to apply because it's not like chunky, and sometimes if it's like too chunky, pasty, like little particles can fly everywhere and hit the walls and the sink, and you don't want it to do that because it will leave a red dye. So it makes it creamy, so that's easier to apply. It hydrates the hair, so I'm getting a nice condition while I'm doing the henna, so it'll help alleviate that acid, which can throw off the hair's, you know, pH and all that. And then also, as far as rinse out, you know, it really makes it like a smoother rinse out as far as getting out those particles. Now, when I rinse this out, before I let the water hit it, I'll probably put some more conditioner in there just to make it an easier washout process. So that's it. I think that's all the information I have to share about henna. Some other benefits they say are that, or another benefit is that they say it helps eliminate dandruff. So if you have dandruff, henna could be great for you. As far as how it looks on my hair, because I have like a very dark brown hair, almost black, you really can't tell that much. Like, you know, it doesn't look any different really in normal lighting. Outside, I probably get like a reddish cast to my hair, but that's it. Oh, and it also helps add shine. So anyway, that's my whole little henna spiel. I did that off the top of my head, off the dome, just so you know. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful for you. Happy hair growing. Love ya. Bye.